You've heard of the Charlie game, right? Well, if you haven't, it's like Bloody Mary, but way, way worse. With Bloody Mary, you turn off all the lights, you turn the water on or something, and then you say Bloody Mary's name 3 times. Then your friend would grab you, you'd run out of the bathroom screaming, and it was all fun and games because you got scared, right? It's scary, but it's okay because we all know it's a game, right? But what about when it's not just a game? I can't believe I'm doing this makeup look, but you guys asked for this. You guys wanted Bejeweled Shrek, so here it is. Anyways, me and my friends were hanging out in the basement. We were eating pizza and playing the Nintendo Switch. Then Jonah looked to me and asked, "Do you know the Charlie game?" At first I thought he was talking about a new game on the Switch or something. He told me you go into the bathroom and you turn off the lights. Then you knock on the mirror and you look for Charlie. If you see him, the game is over. If you don't see him, then it's time to go to step 2. The second part of the game was too hard to explain, so we decided he was just going to show us. He took a piece of paper and he wrote yes and no on it in 4 corners, like this. Then he put 2 pencils crossing each other on the paper and started chanting, "Charlie, Charlie, can you hear me?" He turns the light off, and at this point, I'm starting to get scared. I whispered to my friend Christina that I was scared. She leaned over and assured me that it's just a game. We were whispering, but somehow Jonah heard me. Jonah looks up at us and he goes, "It's not just a game." We asked Charlie questions and the pencils moved and he answered. But that's not the scary part. So after we finished the game, we went to bed. Everyone else had fallen asleep and I was watching TikTok on my phone. I heard a creak and it sounded like it was coming from upstairs. Part 2 of the Charlie game. I tried to tell myself maybe it was the wind or the house settling or their pets, but it wasn't windy and they don't have any pets. So when I heard the creak a second time, I got scared. I tried to wake Christina, but she was out. That's when I noticed that Jonah wasn't laying next to us. I'm debating whether or not to get up when I start hearing whispering. And then it hits me, he's playing that freaking game again. That's when I had an idea. I was gonna scare him. So I sneaked closer to the bathroom and sure enough, the whispers are getting louder. I could hear his chanting, "Charlie, Charlie, can you hear me? Charlie, Charlie, show your face." When I got up to the door, it was closed. There was a weird light coming from underneath the door. I reached for the door handle and when I touched it, it was burning hot. I kept reminding myself that it was just a game. I knew when I opened that door, I was gonna see Charlie. I just went for it. I opened the door. First thing to hit me was the smell. Then I heard a voice behind me. It was Christina wondering what was going on. I moved out of the doorway so that she could see what I was seeing. That's when she let out the most blood-curdling scream I've ever heard in my entire life. To this day, I can still hear it. And then the lights went out. Christina didn't know it at the time, but this moment was about to change our lives forever. When we looked back in the room, Jonah was gone. The scream woke up the parents. We tried to tell them what had happened, but they didn't believe us. They sent everyone home before I could ask Christina what she saw. I was going to ask her Monday at school, but she never showed up on Monday. She actually never showed up again at all.